Welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. The situation in Rivers State is what is in the news again. Alali Hosford says if Fubara does not stop them, just like Governor of Bayelsa did, I will blame him. In a candid interview with Symphony TV, former chairman of the Ijaw Youth Council, Eastern Zone, Alali Hosford, has called on Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara to urgently intervene in the ongoing leadership crisis within the Ijaw Youth Council. Hosford's appeal comes amid rising tensions among factions vying for recognition as the council's legitimate leaders in the region. In a strongly worded statement, Oxford urged the governor to take decisive steps, similar to those taken by his Bayelsa state counterpart. He emphasized the need to prevent the situation from escalating into violence. I will advise any other functioning groups who call themselves IYC national leaders or other factions not to be recognized in our zone, Oxford said. If you don't stop and eventually something unfortunate happens, they will be held responsible. Oxford further warned that failure to address the issue could have serious consequences, pointing directly at Governor Fubara's role in maintaining peace. If the governor doesn't stop them, just like the governor of Bayelsa did, and if something happens, the blame will be on him. Categorically, I will blame him, he declared. Drawing a comparison with Bayelsa State's approach, Oxford commended the neighboring governor for recognizing only one leader to ensure stability. If his counterpart in Bayelsa is stopping crisis by recognizing only one group, one person, one president, and he doesn't do the same in his state, then if a crisis arises, I will hold him responsible. That is my stand, Oxford concluded. The leadership tussle within the Ijaw Youth Council has been a recurring issue, threatening unity among Ijaw youths. Oxford's comment underscored the urgency for political intervention to resolve the matter before it spirals out of control. Power, they say, corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The joy and the fanfare, then the respect that is accruable to power, makes people want to kill themselves about power, about fame, about recognition. And this is the situation in the Ijaw Youth Council. Yes, they are already broken into factions, and that is not what these young youths need. That's not what they need at this point in time. All they need to work for is the progress of their state, their community at large, the Ijaw nation. They already know what to do, but it's just that the corruption that is in power has eroded the mind of so many people. Can you imagine a former chairman of Ijaw Youth Council Eastern Zone is the one calling on the Rivers State governor now to come and begin to, stop what is going on? If at that level of a particular group, a private organization, you couldn't organize yourself, how are you going to do when you are shouldered with the responsibility of heading the state or taking to a national level? This doesn't speak well of Ijaw Youth Council. This has even belittled Ijaw nation as a whole. It's also sending wrong signals to the leadership, to elders, to the younger ones, because what is expected among these people is the cohesion, that one of us is there, and then our leaders are up there in power. We need to speak with one voice. There is no need for fractionalization. Of course, there is no house without its own bickering. But then they shouldn't allow it to snowball into what they want to be calling on the state governor to come and interfere and intervene. That ought not to be, because if the governor continue to speak into it, the law is coming in and it will enforce other things on them. And at the end of the day too, the governor shouldn't be blamed, because if they fail to put their house in order, of course an outsider will come, as it were. In this case, because the governor is not part of them for now and is busy elsewhere, is an outsider that will come and show them what they're supposed to do. And that's a shame on them, because this is an organization that one day now begin to put some people forward and say, look, it's our own, we want you to go and contest at the state level, at the local government level, at the national level. And if amongst yourself There is no stability, there is no understanding, there is no cohesion. What do you think if one person come out of you and go to the state or to the national to lead? You will begin to fight, you begin to cause problem here and there. We've not even settled the dust that are between Wike and Fubara. That dust is still up. Then all the young organizations, even within the state, also they are having factions and all the likes. I think that speaks to Rivers politics, how the houses in Rivers, how the people also do themselves. It seems as if it's a signal that right from the bottom there is a problem of fight for power, fight for control, corruption of power, wanting to be in charge, and this thing is snowballing and it has gone to that height. Very soon, I don't know, I remember Jonathan was the president. I hope he wasn't fought by another Ijaw person anyway, because there is need for them to really sit down and begin to look at their situation. They should retrospect, they should also look forward and begin to look within too. Where did they get things wrong? Why should things snowball to a point that we will be calling on the state governor to come and intervene? And by the time that one recognizes a faction, it becomes another issue again. Maybe the other faction that you refuse will now go and join Wike faction. Then they begin to terrorize the environment. So if the advice that Alali Osfall is giving to Governor Fubara is going to be workable, why not? He should take it and then make his final decision on it. Since they've decided to say he will have the final say, he should show good leadership and give them good direction and make sure that the right set of people, those who are legally elected to be in that place, should be the ones that should be in control. The rest that are into bickering, causing problem and scattering the whole situation should be warned, they should be cautioned, and peradventure there is reason for their coming out and forming a faction. They should also listen to them and begin to look at a way forward for them to solve the problem, to put an end to the separation, because as an organization, they don't need to show a lot of cracks within their midst. They don't need to be scattered. Even Chino Achebe said, when the center cannot hold, things fall apart. When the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? That's what the Holy Script says. So if at the bottom, where people will comfort to go and contest at the top, there is bickering, there is division, there is separation, there is problem, who will they bring out? How will they have an harmonized house? And it has snowballed into so many parts of our country. I remember the Zamfara state case when the person the APC has to go and contest did not go through the rightful primary. Even though he won, they had to give the mandate to the second position, which is PDP, because of flimsy error that has costed them 4 years. And the same thing is coming now. Fubara and Wike, they are not settling. Ijaw Youth Council is having problem. I don't know what is going to happen in another community around that place. I think it is high time everybody should shoot sword, sit down at the round table, and then the governor show leadership. Don't forget to like, to share, and to continue to subscribe. Thank you.